Overall, when we do this clearing, when we do this healing, when we release this energetic stuff, it gives us the new sense of creativity, vision, insights. It elevates our emotions and our positivity. Hello, and welcome to Alchemy Mindset. I'm your host, Anna Hastie, business mindset coach for women and a sound healer. If you are ready to become the most aligned, magnetic, and confident businesswoman you are worthy and deserving of being, then this show is for you. This is where I share everything from mindset, energy, and spirituality, and how to embody your future self in business and life. Sprinkle that with deeply relaxing sound healings and meditations, and you have the Alchemy Mindset podcast. Hit subscribe so you always get the latest episode. Now let's begin. Welcome to this episode of the Alchemy Mindset podcast. I'm Anna. It's such a pleasure to have you listening to me today as I share some more wisdom and insights around this time energy of running a business and in your life. And I want to start off by saying, how is January going for you? Are you well and truly in the way of the year, or are you still in that place of, I don't want to face work, I don't want to get into work, I don't have to go back to work, I'm still on holidays, I'm just chilling, I'm just doing my thing, I'm having a great time, I'm restoring my own energy, filling my cup, enjoying life? If you are, amazing. And if you are at work like me, great, amazing. I'm so glad that you've started the year. I hope it's working really well for you so far and that you are giving yourself space and time to start tuning in, or if you're not and haven't already, on what it is that you want to call in for this year, how you want your energy and your mindset, and who you are as a business woman and person in this year, 2024. What does that look like and feel like for you? How is that energy moving and circulating for you so far? It's in a previous episode 45, where I talk about how to calm the inner critic, but I do have in there some little insights and snippets as to how you can tune into your energy, mindset, and embodiment for the year moving ahead. But that's not what we're talking about today. I just want to quickly give you a little life update. First, let's roll with that. So it's January, and I would have to say this is the driest wet season I've ever experienced, now going into my 11th year of being here in Broome. December, it did not rain at all. It did not rain at all. We had some really humid days and hot days, but we had also these really what felt like unseasonal cool afternoons or breezes that came through. And even in the mornings, particularly on Christmas Day, Francois and I went down to the beach for pancake breakfast with some friends. We went really early because usually at that time in the morning it's scorching hot, it's very humid, you don't want to be there for more than half an hour. It was really lovely. It actually felt almost like a September, potentially an October kind of morning. It just wasn't unbearable at all. And then January, it's just been really nice, but no rain. And that's what's really so frustrating because you love the rain at this time of year. The build up, the clouds, the sunsets, the energy of a stormy day, watching all the rain pour down. I have to say, if you're living in a place where it constantly rains all the time, or you see a lot more rain, you're probably like, Anna, no to the rain, I want sunshine. Whereas us broomies up here, we're like, where is the rain? We love the rain. Anything but sun right now, rain would be amazing. So yeah, there's potentially some rain on its way, potentially, but it may go inland more and we might not get as much as we want or any at all. And I was thinking about it today, was I think it was at the start of this podcast, episode 1 or even 2, I talked about a cyclone that was moving down the coast and may hit us. Well, there ain't any cyclones right now. Oh, come on, rain. It's just very unusual, but could also be the effects of the El Nino weather system that we're all experiencing. Anyway, so that's a little bit on Broome life. Francois and I and Ava haven't gone anywhere. Usually in January with the school holidays, we'd pack up and go somewhere for a few weeks. But this year we had the plans to stay here as Francois is doing some really big DIY work around our pool. There's a lot of landscaping going on and he wants to get on with that, particularly because we had a massive year last year with getting married and lots of family and a lot of other things that we felt like we just wanted to be grounded and stay in Broome, be in our home and experience a very dry, wet season. But so while Francois is working, it means that I'm able to work as well, which is great. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying having him to take care of Ava and they go do fun activities. And me, myself, I just get to sit in front of the desk and do all the fun stuff I love doing, like supporting my coaching clients, run some amazing in-person and online workshops, and of course record this podcast for you. So how fun is that? And also just want to slightly celebrate this, even though it's not happening, hasn't been confirmed or fully booked in yet, but I am going to be going on a retreat at the end of March to celebrate my first quarter of doing everything that I've set out to do within my business. And I know, I'm just really looking forward to this retreat. I'm not going to reveal any more about it because it hasn't manifested yet. And part of the manifestation process is to get excited about it and talk about it. But until it fully lands, keep it a little bit cool, calm, and collected. Right, enough waffle. Let's get in. Let's get in with today's episode. So in this episode, we're talking a lot about energy expansion and how this is so important for welcoming in and creating new, big, expansive energy to come into your business and life. There is a backstory as to why and how this episode came about, but for now, I will share a little bit more of that with you. I'm also going to be sharing this episode physical energy clearing versus self-clearing. So physical energy clearing, so clearing space as opposed to doing the clearing work on yourself, which is better and more beneficial for calling in big expansive energy, and why clearing or shifting energy in one area of your life can help lead to new energy in another area of your life, as well as when to do this throughout your year. Plus, I'm also sharing what I'm doing right now to clear the energy in my physical and energetic body. This episode kind of comes around from a healing session I had a few weeks ago with my healer, Kerry, from Multidimensional Quantum Healing. She's located in Perth, but we do online sessions, which are incredible. And I've been seeing Kerry for years. And I also get Francois to have healing sessions with her too. And she's just phenomenal. And I've learned a lot from her, from doing her courses, and things that I've learned from her, I do share with my clients in coaching, as well as in my sound baths. Anyway, so I had a big healing with her the other day, and I wanted to heal something and shift something and move something and release something really big and deep. Now, it's a really huge personal thing that I just can't reveal, but it's something that I've had just sitting in the background of my energetic in my mind space going, I know this happened, and I know not necessarily in this lifetime, but I know it happened in other lifetimes, and I really don't want it to sit in my energy field anymore, and I want to clear it. I want to clear it because it doesn't serve a purpose to me. It doesn't make me feel great when I tap into it, and I don't like it. I don't want this anymore. It's not me. This was a different version of me, and I want to heal this, knowing that when I heal this, it's going to have a ripple out effect into not only that lifetime, but this lifetime, and also into the lifetimes of those who were experiencing that thing with me at that time. And that also shifts into their lifetimes now, if they've reincarnated. So I know there's a lot of big spirit stuff happening there, but let's just say I knew there was something big that I had to shift, and Kerry was the one to do it. I couldn't do this myself because it felt too painful to be able to acknowledge it myself. And I literally said to her, I don't want to know what happened. I know something happened. Can you just release it for me? And if I feel like I want to hear more about it, we'll talk about it at the end. She's like, yep, that's cool. Side note, this is a side note I do want to share. Thinking about it, I was triggered by this from a book I was listening to. Now, the book is really expansive. It's beautiful energy, and I just love it, and I'm going to continue with it. But the introduction really triggered me, and I went, oh, okay, I think this is something that I need to shift because I'm feeling triggered by this, which means that while this didn't happen in this lifetime, I know it's happened somewhere in my encoding and it needs to go. I called up Kerry and I said to her, look, I've got this big thing. It's bothering me. I want it to let it go and I'm ready to do this. let's do it. Then I said, next time we'll do something fun because I'm ready to welcome in some fun business energy. I'm ready to welcome in some new clients. I'm ready to welcome in some new money and inspiration and wisdom and just get all my biz energy happening for the year. And she said, you know what? Even with big, deep healings like the one you want to do today, it actually makes way for calling in big, expansive energy in other areas of your life. And that does call in, and overall, it does call in the expansive energy that you're looking for. Ah, I said, yeah, that actually makes sense. And I felt that at that moment, it was like, click. I'm going to release this thing today because it's something that's been looming and sitting on my encoding. Not that it's actually at all related to my business, but by clearing this, I'm actually making way for more room to come in, more energy to come in. I'm expanding my energy. I'm expanding myself to welcome in the more new expansive energy that I do want to call in. Does that make sense? It's a bit like you've got a rubbish bin and you want to put more stuff in it, but you can't because it's full. You've got to tip it out. You've got to tip the bin out to put more things into the container. And I'm not saying that we're tipping out bad energy or rubbish energy or heavy energy or whatever kind of energy to put in more heavy bad stuff. No, the bin is just an analogy. You know that. Can't put anything else in the rubbish bin if it's already full. So it's the same within us. We can't put anything new and anything more expansive, anything new and enlightening, can't call in more stuff if we're already a bit full with all the junk that needs to let go of. Maybe a better analogy would be you can't put more clothes in a drawer, in a closed drawer that's already full, right? You've got to take something out perhaps, or refold something, or go do a bit of a cull through your wardrobe to be able to put more new things in. Otherwise, you just have to buy new storage closets, and that can't be helpful. And you can't actually do that within yourself anyway. You've only got so much space. So this kind of does tap a little bit around episode 37, where I shared with you energy hygiene practices and ways you can clear your energy and how that's really important. And I feel like overall, I want to just start encouraging more energy hygiene practices to be done by everyone in some way, shape or form. So if you haven't heard that episode, go back and have a listen and let me know what you think. Largely because, just on another random side note, there's going to be lots of side notes today. I feel like we do focus a lot on our physical health, our mental health, but let's also focus on that spiritual aspect of us, because spirituality is literally the key thing that we're made up of. We're spiritual, we're emotional, we're mental, we're physical. We're not just one thing. So let's talk a little bit more about energy clearing and why this is really important for creating and bringing new expansive energy. So like I said, you can't have more when the rubbish bin or your sock drawer is already full, right? You can't put any more in when it's full. So you have to release something. And then when you do release something, it spills out into other areas of your life. And overall, when we do this clearing, when we do this healing, when we release this energetic stuff, it gives us the new sense of creativity, vision, insights. It elevates our emotions and our positivity. And it's an invitation for new flow into our life, like money, clients, sales, ideas, collaborations, projects, opportunities. When we clear something, when we release it, there's a sense of relief, right? And we're sending it back to be transformed into light and love. We're sending it to be transformed and to be by universal energy, to be transformed into something much more beneficial or useful. And we're giving it healing. It's probably something that's needed to be done. Let's say it is something that needs to be done. It has to be done. It's time to do this. And by not acknowledging it or not taking time to do these things, we're just holding on to more of this stuff. It's like a really weighted down backpack. Eventually you can't lift it anymore. So let's do some energy clearing. Now, this may look like physical clearing or self-clearing. Now, when I say physical, I'm talking about space decluttering and clearing and tidying, and in all different ways and formats, which could be tidying your office space or your workspace, clearing up old files, getting rid of junk on your phone, having better systems or storage. Maybe it's cleaning out your bathroom cupboards. Maybe it's giving your shower a good scrub. Maybe it's clearing out your car, right? Versus self-clearing, which is energy clearing, which is about, again, releasing anything that's a hook, cord, or a tie, anything that's stuck or stagnant within you, anything that just makes you feel a bit heavy or weighted down, anything that's not of the vibration of your true self, right? And your true self is the person and the version of you that has been doing the work, has been opening yourself up, is stepping into that identity that's already there, that already exists, but it's you. It's you without the heavy backpack and the overfull sock drawer and the overflowing rubbish bin. And when we do this work, we're feeling more enlightened, like I said, creative and more visionary. We're really tapping into our intuition. But what is more important? We're in this state where we're wanting to call in more expansive energy. What is more important, physical energy clearing or self-clearing? Which is what I'm going to call it, right? Here's the thing. Neither is more important than the other. They're both equally important. And only you can decide what needs to be done right now to open and clear the space. Tune in. Do you need to do some physical energy clearing? Now we know what that's like. That's like when we clean our house or we organize our bookshelf or whatever it is, like I said, clean your car. And you have that sense afterwards of like, it's tidy, it's clean, it's refreshed, it's calm, it's ordered, it's spacious, it's free. And it's like I can sit here and not feel like there's just dirt everywhere and dust and things are cluttered and my vision is, it's really nice, isn't it? It's really nice, for example, when you get into a clean car, which I did recently. I gave my car a good wash, vacuum, and when I got in, I was like, it feels just so nice to be here. It doesn't feel grotty, it doesn't feel dirty. So if that feels right for you, then schedule some time in, make a plan, a date where you, for maximum an hour or 2 hours or even half a day, whatever you want to allow yourself time for, clear it. Just clear it and know it's done. Know it's done. You don't have to clear everything. You don't have to go through the whole entire house, but just clear that one thing. And trust me, it's a way of clearing energy, clearing space, clearing and decluttering so that you're opening your way up to call in more things. And it's the same with self-clearing, so your own energy clearing. Now that could be like doing a meditation where you're calling in white light to come through and you're breathing it into your body and you're sending it into any areas that feel stuck or stagnant. You're imagining a vortex of light to come through and clear you out. I have a really great meditation that you can do on that. It's the cleansing and clearing meditation, and I'll put the link below. Or it could be magnesium salt bath. It could be breathing in some beautiful incense. It could be spending a bit more time out in nature. However that looks for you, where you're clearing your energy, you're peeling and emerging yourself, releasing yourself from anything that's energetic. Maybe it's going to get a Reiki healing. Maybe it's going to have a sound bath healing. Maybe it's having a one-to-one healing, which, side note again, I offer. So if you are interested in online sound bath healing, one-to-one, I can organize that for you. Again, I'll put the link in that for you as well. Either way, whatever that energy healing needs to be, maybe it is doing some deep work and releasing something that you feel has been sitting there on your heart and in the back of your mind for a long time and you're ready to let go of it. Do it. There's nothing scary going to come out of it. You're actually going to feel freaking amazing afterwards. And this could be the time to do it because you don't want to hold on to it for the rest of your life. It's not serving you or the collective or anybody else. It's time to let it go. And doing this clearing work is the one thing I actually prescribe right at the start of my coaching program with my clients. When I work with them one-to-one, it's set an intention. Let's do an intention setting ceremony and clear the clutter. And that's the only thing I actually prescribe for them to do right from the start. The rest of the coaching program is tailored to them and what they need. And we work on all the things that need to be shift changed, talk about things as we go along. But that's the only thing I prescribe to all my clients whenever they start with me. Just the one thing. Clear it out, call in the new energy and the energy of change. And then you call in what you want to bring in. So therefore you could do a little intention setting ceremony. Like I said, you could sit down with a candle, a journal. You could write about what you want to bring in over the next period of time. Now you've released this. Make the space in the ceremony complete. I've cleared it and now I'm calling in this. This is me. This is my energy. I'm calling in the expansiveness. I'm expanding. I'm open. Sock drawer is empty. Rubbish bin has been put out. Let's call it in. So create a little ceremony. Celebrate that you've got this new energy to welcome in and that is expansive to call in whatever you want. Okay, so now what I'm doing right now to clear the energy of my physical and energetic body is I'm clearing my office. I'm tidying up some files. I'm clearing out some junk. I'm going through some things that have just been sitting there, and I'm like, oh, one day when I have time, I will clear that out or review that. So I'm looking at things that may feel junky or cluttered, and I'm just giving it a clean. And I'm also looking at clearing my windows, because when I have a clear window, a clean window, my vision is clear, my forward projection and thinking is clear. So I'm looking at ways I can clear my physical space. I'm also looking at a wardrobe declutter. I'm also looking at clearing and cleaning other parts of the house. Energetic clearing I do a lot of this. I work on this as much as I can. And energy clearing I'm doing right now is I've started attending a regular Friday evening meditation and breathwork session. And I've done breathwork before. It's very powerful for clearing anything that's stuck or stagnant. That for me right now is something that feels really good to do to help expand and clear my energy body. Of course, I play my singing bowls. I regularly use incense, and I do some white light energy clearing, grounding, going to the beach, being out in nature. They're all the things that I try and incorporate here and there, but mostly not all at once, obviously, but I do incorporate as part of my energy clearing. Now, clearing and shifting one area of your life can lead to new energy in another area of your life, as well as in the area where you shifted it. So going back to what Kerry said was, when you do big clearing, energy clearing in one area, it can actually have that expansive creation for new energy to come in, can expand you to create new energy to come in another area of your life. So if you're clearing and shifting energy around relationships, around your money, or even within your business, it can lead to clearing and expanding energy to be called into other areas of your life. So for example, clearing energy within your business may also help clear and expand energy in your relationships and vice versa. As just as much, clearing your energy in that place where you are right now does immediately work on that area right now. Come into this practice with an open mindset, with an open energy of, I'm clearing this, and if it has that filter effect into other areas of my life, so be it. I'm clearing this part of me because this needs to go and be shifted right now, so that I can call energy into this area of my life, whatever category or part of your life is, and may it flow through into other areas and space within my life. Now, as I said, we're at the start of the year, so this is a perfect time to do some of this clearing work as we're creating new energy, new momentum, as we're stepping into something new within this year. But actually, you can do this regularly. You don't have to just do this once. Do this throughout your year. Do this throughout your month. Do this throughout maybe your week even. Doing a practice like this of clearing your energy, doing some healing on yourself, releasing and letting go can be done when you're wanting to, and in particular for business, start a new program, launch a new product or service, call in new collaborations, projects, opportunities, everything that comes within working for yourself. And even this is a great practice to do even after you've completed something. Like you've just finished something, amazing. Take time to honor that, first of all, like celebrate you for completing a project or a course or something within your business. Celebrate that. And then do some clearing around it. Like, I let this go. This was great and it served me and I acknowledge it. And when it's time to redo this thing again, I will. But for now, I just let it go and it's okay. Because again, then you're letting in new space for something else to come in. And then lastly, always take that moment to review where the energy clearing needs to take place. Is it physical? Is it energetic? Is it both? So tell me, I'd love to know right now, what are you calling in right now that's needing some big, expansive space and energy to come into your business and life? Please let me know. I'd love to know so I can also help hold space for you as you're calling that in. And if you're wanting to dive into some more release work around just personally, you can book in for, as I said earlier, you can book in for a one-to-one online healing, sound bath healing with me. Or if you're within business and you're feeling like, yes, I'm ready to clear and make the way within my energy and my mindset and who I am as a business woman, then sign up for my coaching program. So you can either choose the 90-minute intensive, where we just literally look at the 1 or 2 areas of your business that need shifting right now, so that you can feel big, expansive, and have all those amazing things that you're calling in just flow right in with ease. Or if you feel like there's something bigger and you've got a bigger project that's happening within your business, or you're ready to do some bigger, deeper work, then do the 1-to-1 3-month package with me, because that one is so much fun. And that's the one where we really get to dive into some really big pockets of your business and life. And the release work is just incredible. It's amazing. And it will help you expand. It will help you, not in a horrible way, expand in the great way, to bring in all those things that you want, to call in those clients, the services that you're launching, set new and create new pathways. So let's recap this episode. So just as a quick recap, remember that clearing your own energy, whether physical or personal within your own body, is a great way for calling in big, expansive, new, exciting energy. You can't call in new things when you're already full or you're clogged up and it's junky in there and you just need to let it go. Clear your physical space. Do some personal energy clearing. Know that neither one is more beneficial than the other. You can do them throughout the year or regularly when you're creating new points and pathways within your business, when there's new projects happening. And tune in. What feels right for you now? What feels good for you? What feels good to do in terms of, is it a physical thing or an energy thing? Thank you so much for listening. I hope you found this insightful. So if you've got any more questions around energy healing and what this might be, or if there's anything that you weren't sure that I covered, feel free to message me. Jump into an email, send me a DM on Instagram at Anna F. Hastie. I love to expand and talk more about this. And if you do feel like you want to explore more about my coaching and what I can do to support you, again, reach out. I also have a 30-minute clarity call you can always jump in on, so that we can identify if I am the right support for you right now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are and whatever you're doing right now. And I'm sending you so much love. Until the next episode, bye. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to today's episode. Please rate and review this podcast so that it can continue to thrive and reach more listeners. I love to know who my listeners are, so please screenshot this episode and tag me on Instagram at Anna F. Hastie. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.